So this box reminds me of the cactus plant flea market, and that's what I thought it was. And I ordered this. It came out on, I think, Friday or Saturday, and it came today. And I thought, oh, I can't, and basically looked at it and thought, this is not what I ordered, and realised the box is a bit different to the norm, and it's got this big Nike text all over it, and it almost got this sort of embossed type look to it and feel to it. And it's basically the Nike Book 1 Premium, and this is the hike version. And I tried these on a little while ago, and they felt really comfortable on foot. And I thought the silhouette looked okay, in all honesty, not like amazing. And basically, when I was sort of looking at looking at a pair, none of the other colorways sort of grabbed me. And the black version looked really nice, but I've got quite a few sort of black sneakers, and I haven't got one that's kind of this type of color, so I thought I'd go for this one. And in all honesty, I'm not really a fan of camo and sort of snakeskin type material, and even that sort of colorway as well. But I don't know, something about this one sort of grabbed me more than anyone else, and I think maybe it's because of the fact that it's slightly more on the grayer side. Book 1 sort of looks like an Air Force One, really. So so I think it's, when you put it on foot, actually it looks really nice on foot. And what I like about it, it's got some different sort of influences, and like I say, one of them being the Air Force One. It's got this sort of fat swoosh, which is different to the norm, and they have used sort of different materials as well on it, as you can sort of see. So it's got this snakeskin print, and this it's almost a kind of nubuck suede material on the swoosh. And then here you got the pony hair, which I'm not too much of a fan of, in all honesty, but it doesn't really add or detract too much from the sneaker. And then underneath here you got this almost sort of fabric kind of canvasy material, which is in this sort of camouflage type style. And on the lace area you've got this sort of suede, I guess it's suede, yeah, it feels quite soft to the touch, not like the most premium, but the fact that they're calling it a premium, I think it's quite nice actually, because of the fact that it's not got like a predominantly mesh upper, and it's got a lot of sort of leather panels on there, which is quite nice. And it sort of harkens back to, I suppose, when, to sort of Jordan brand type trainers, so with the leather sort of upper on them, or going back to sort of things like the Uptempo and Penny series. But I think it looks nice on foot as well. So what I will say as well, I like the strap on the back for the Book 1, so it's almost like shaped like a book. And the insole as well, it's got like a barcode on it as well, so you can probably see that, and then, which is quite nice. And then the toe box actually sort of reminds me of the Fear of God trainers, so you can see it sort of slopes down quite quickly, and on foot it doesn't feel that bad. It's quite sort of flexible up here as well, so even though this is like the suede material, it feels quite sort of flexible. And so yeah, all in all, I think it's quite a nice trainer actually, especially for the price and for what you get in terms of the tech on. And I put them on feet, they feel actually a bit like the Fear of God Basketball 1 trainers, but this feels obviously more similar to a Kobe type trainer. So in that respect, it's very much a sort of Nike product, and for some reason I also think it's slightly more sort of contoured to your foot on the inside as well. So, but it's a cool trainer, I really like it, and also for the price, it's a good value as well. So I'm surprised by how much I liked it, because obviously when I saw initial ones and the first couple that I released, I wasn't that interested in it, but this one I'm surprised by it. So here are the details for the Nike Book 1 Premium Hike. It comes in a dark stucco, light silver and clay orange colourway, and this has a Cushlon 2.0 midsole with a Zoom Air unit in the heel, and it's made of all leather and synthetic materials, and the price was £145. So with the comfort and sizing, these are on the medium to firm side, much like other basketball sneakers, and for me it's probably the most similar to a Kobe sneaker. And you do get a little bit of cushioning, and it also feels like the Fear of God Athletics Basketball 1 sneaker, in the sense that the foot feels quite contoured, your heel sits slightly elevated as well, and also you got a lot of support around your forefoot, as far as I could see. So, and it just feels, like I say, really sort of contoured to your foot. And I think because it's one of those sneakers that, because it looks a bit like an Air Force One, there seems to be quite a lot of room around the trainer itself. But I feel like because of the midsole being on the sort of more firmer side, it will probably take 6 to 12 hours for that to kind of soften. And also the upper being majority of it kind of being leather. I'm not sure what quality of leather because it doesn't seem amazing quality, but at the same time it still feels nice. And I do recommend going up half size because they do fit on the slightly tight side. I went up a half size and I felt fine, and I have a wide foot though. But true to size does work for most people, I think. But I think for me, I went a half size up just to be on the safe side because it's a new silhouette for me. And these are really good grip as well. So it's using a herringbone traction, so it's like proven, and it's kind of again similar to an Air Force One in that respect. So with the look and style, I like the outdoor influence on this. So all the panels have some sort of animal kind of vibe to them, or like a hiking vibe to them. So being that kind of camo colour, sort of almost sort of beige green in tone, and then you got all the different sort of prints on there, like the animal prints, like the snake skin, and then the sort of pony hair, which I think might represent a dog hair. Actually saying that, but you know, just all those sort of different panels, and just makes it kind of one of those sort of sneakers to, I suppose, wear, you know, sort of more casually. And I think because of the leather upper and the colourway, I don't think it's going to get dirty that quickly. So I'd sort of recommend these for any season really. I think you're kind of fine. And they don't feel too heavy on foot either. So I think in the sort of spring, summertime, you can probably wear these as well, in my opinion. And they don't have like a padded lockdown like you would with a Kobe sneaker. And obviously these will look good on the basketball court as well, in my opinion. And it's just one of those sort of sneakers that's kind of, again, veering on the side of lifestyle, but also, you know, well for basketball. And that's why I sort of mark them as sort of casual performance wear. And the laces that come with it, I think what I'd sort of say, they're more sort of army green, but there's no reason why you can't put like a darker sort of olive kind of colour in there, or a sail lace as well, just to kind of make it a little bit different. So with the pros, I actually like the simplistic looks. I think online the photos don't do the silhouette justice, but I like the way it looks on feet. It's not that fussy as a sneaker. Like it's not like it's doing anything amazing, and not changing up I suppose the aesthetics that much from a traditional sneaker. But similar to the Fear of God trainers from Adidas, it's sort of slight updates here and there to basically keep you up to date. And the price, you know, for what you pay for £145, I actually think it's very good. So this is probably one of the first times, apart from say the AE1 and the Harden Volume 8, it's one of the first times where the price feels quite right for this particular pair, especially because it's leather. And that's the other sort of bonus as well. And it's quite difficult to find pairs of basketball sneakers with leather on them. I think say some of the LeBron ones, like the 20 and 21, I've seen they do like leather on them as well, but it's very sort of rare. In terms of cons, the comfort, they do need a little bit of time to break in. I wouldn't say it's as bad as a Kobe, but they still need a bit of time to sort of break in. And the colour may not be for everyone because it's got the sort of snakeskin vibe and other bits and pieces on there in terms of different sort of textures and shades. It might not be something for everyone. And I'm just not a fan of the pony hair / dog hair around the ankle collar. I think for me that's probably a touch too far, and just not a fan of that kind of stuff anyway. But it's not too bad where, you know, because it's around the ankle collar, it's not really affecting the trainer that much, so it's not like predominant on the trainer. So with the final thoughts, I think for the look and style, I actually really like this, and I think it works really well as a sneaker. And like I say, it's got sort of different influences from, say, the Air Force One, and also I suppose the Fear of God line as well of trainers, and it just has that sort of slopey toe box effect, and it just looks really nice on feet, and still at the same time quite sort of chunky. And the comfort, I give that a 4. It's not like top quality comfort, but for a basketball sneaker, it's kind of, like I say, very similar to like a Kobe. So in that respect, it works fine and it works well. So in my opinion, it's good enough for what you need it for. And with this one being a leather upper, it's not like amazing quality leather, but it's still very good for the price that you're paying. So for that reason, I've given it a 5. And it's just also the different sort of textures that's on the sneaker itself, and it's got a good amount of tech on there as well. And then that's why I've given the pricing a 5 as well. So I've given that because I think like £145 is you know, there's not that many sneakers that you can sort of say, you know, with the leather upper and having the amount of tech that it's got in there for that price. And overall, I still give this sneaker a 5 out of 5. It's one of those ones, to be honest, when I sort of bought them, I thought I won't, you know, like these trainers, and I got them in to sort of check them out, obviously to review them as well. But they've actually surprised me, where I thought they were a bit plain looking online, and you know, not up to sort of muster really. But like I say, getting them in hand and sort of appreciating them more because of the fact that it's not doing anything wildly different, but at the same time, it's just taking the basics and just giving it a slight sort of nip tuck here and there, and sometimes that's kind of all you need. So I think this one, like I say, I'm surprised by it, but I think if I had the mesh material, I'll probably give that one a 4 out of 5. I think it's only because this is leather that I think it's just feels a bit more nicer, and obviously a bit more premium as well.